Good afternoon, everybody. Grateful for a confirmation that you can hear me okay. It's been a bit tricky setting up. Just checking the Zoom works. So we have an inbound Jet 2737 inbound from Malaga. Was due in at 3:30, but clearly running ahead, so I thought I'd fire us up a couple of minutes early to catch it. Plenty of action during the course of the next sort of 15-20 minutes, in particular with a whole raft of departures. Runway 25 in operation today. Plenty of spray, unsurprising because it's pretty much rained up until about 10 minutes ago. Anyway, welcome to the pop-up stream. Sorry, I asked about the sound, didn't I? So let's check that one out. Thank you, LW. That's much appreciated. I've gone for a wet weather setup today, so I've gone a bit light on some of the audio kit and see how we go. I think the longer the stream goes on, the better the weather prospects are, but wasn't expecting quite the rain we got on Friday, so who knows. Anyway, good afternoon. For anyone who doesn't know me, I'm Mark. Welcome to Newcastle International Airport. Aircraft you are gazing on is the inbound Jet 2 from Malaga. Hope Sunday's been good for you. Maybe some of the folks watching the show are already into Monday. That's a terrifying thought. Right, we'll do some hellos proper in a second. So, Keith Cornell. Chigro's first in the chat by the looks of it. Excellent. Although I've somehow managed to throw myself out there. So good afternoon, Keith. Mel W, second in the chat. Nick Gray, third in the chat. Impressive stuff, team. It really is impressive. Thank you for your support. Alexandra Wood, also. Good afternoon, and thank you for your support. I'm Dopey Gore. Tell you what, we're doing well for moderators. Although, I wish my chat would just stay still for a second. It's teasing me. Deborah Speller. Hi, Deborah. And good afternoon to John Kenneth Williams. How are you doing? Lloyd Bell and Janine Kay. Mark Sanderson. Good afternoon to you, one and all. Also, good afternoon to Finnair A350 fan, Dallas, Australia. Welcome back to the show, my friend. That's not the one with the moonings on the side, is it? You just mean the standard one, I'm hoping. Of course, each their own livery. Good afternoon to Abby Garvey. How are you doing, Abby? And Trevor Russell. Hello, Trevor. Tell you what, this field has gone back to being squelchy and very slippery. On Friday when I arrived, I reported, didn't I, that it had dried up a treat. It is still reasonably dry compared to what it was. There's not standing water in so many places, but yeah, it's Welly Boot field again. Good afternoon to Daniel Watkins. How you doing? As we gaze out lovingly onto Scotland's finest Loganair departure. Being a pop-up, I've done no prep at all for the show because I genuinely wasn't sure whether we'd actually get the weather window to work with. I put my entire faith into the rain radar rather than the actual graphic forecast. So far so good. In Nicholson, hello my friend. It is getting better in Newcastle. It's a bit nippy, but we'll take dry and nippy all day, every day. Hammy, how goes it, Hammy? Come good for you in the end, didn't I? No W. Kept the stream ticking over just in case you get home in time. It's kind of amazing. I think I've said in various comments to folks, the A400M actually overflew me on the motorway on the A1 heading back north just after 5 o'clock. So the intelligence that Sean Ray gave us was absolutely spot on. Alright. Thing you're looking at. This is the Jet 2 phase of the show. Is off to Dalaman. It's due to go out at 3 o'clock. I think they've got at least 3 aircraft due to go out in the next 15 minutes. Jet 2 also on the move, currently pushing back. Although I can't see them transponding yet, guarantee it, they're moving, as I'll show you in a minute. Windsock pretty much shows we've got a westerly of sorts. I think it's a southwesterly at that. I don't think... Oh right, Hammy, you'll catch a view of the 380. I don't think we'll get a skyscraper that one, mate. It's just a wall of very heavy low cloud. Stuart Donley, good afternoon and thank you for confirming on sound. And John Kenneth Williams, similarly, thank you on that. Oops. Stephen Marchant, hello Stephen. Debbie and Jackie McDonald, hello to you both. Marcus Verta, hello Marcus. The other chap that I was chatting with the other day, are you not? We were asking about the early bird Finnair arrival into Edinburgh last week. I think we're going to put that out midweek for general consumption, so watch out for that one. Anyway, welcome to the live stream. Martin Batchelor, good afternoon to you. Robert Smith, hello Robert, how goes it? Crikey, that raining in Dallas. I always imagine Dallas to be hot and sunny. I know that's a very lazy estimation, but anyway, I'm glad you're joining us. And to be fair, there's some kind of camaraderie, isn't there, with everybody getting some, or most of us getting some pretty dire wet weather. It must be dry somewhere else to offset it. Good afternoon, Terry the artist. Hope you're having a good day, mate. And a good afternoon to Tabin Khan. Tabin asked me a question after the show in the comments yesterday about when the grass will start growing at pace. I reckon just about now. I managed to mow my back lawn for the first time this year because it was getting a little bit out of hand, and with today's forecast would have taken me right back to zero. So I'm pretty pleased about that. And it's good bias in the house. How goes it, PB? Hope everybody's doing well, and exactly as per my comment, folks, please no super chats or gifted memberships or anything financial for us if you have supported us in any way during 2024, either by paying for your membership or making a donation. This one is entirely part of that, us saying thanks to you. Anybody new to supporting the channel is of course naturally welcome to do that, but we're only going to be on air till about 5:30, and even that is kind of weather and movements permitting. Hammy, I've forgotten who shot JR. That was such a big thing, wasn't it? Wasn't it one of those ones where you think it's everybody from, see, I can remember this, Cliff Barnes, and I can't remember anybody else. I suppose there is Sue Ellen, we'd have lots of reasons too, so that's 2, and then I'm out. Being a bit old now, you see, memory's not quite what it was. And I've seen people saying hi to Peggers, so I've missed Peggers there. Sorry Peggers, good afternoon to you, my friend. Welcome to Newcastle. Overcast, threat of rain pretty much omnipresent, but it is dry at the minute. I think the longer we go into the stream, the better the prospects are. Although, I don't think blue sky was on the menu. That might be why I skipped on the old sun cream. So, here we go. First departure of the show. This is the moment where I worry if I've got my HDMI cable taped at the right point. See how much of this I can get. Well, I got most of it. Oops. So, I did say a bit of a Jet 2 procession to be expected. Here's our next one. Then it flattens out into a bit of a mixture. I think we've got a BizJet out relatively early in the show. This 737-800 is off to Tenerife. Going to zoom to the bottom of the chats momentarily. Oh, that's interesting. PV. Joan Collins shot JR. I thought Joan Collins was in that other show that was a bit like Dallas. Oh man, somebody tell me what that is. Keith Quinnell, Bing Crosby's daughter, shot JR. I could take myself out the running. I was probably only 10 or something like, I can't remember. Good afternoon, Scottish content creators. Welcome to Newcastle. Yeah, what is that similar to Dallas show that had Joan Collins in it? I used to watch Dallas sometimes, but I never got into the other one. Deborah Speller says, Kristen, wasn't it? If I knew who Kristen was. I think I'm going to have to YouTube catch up on that tonight. Just for my own amusement. Oh, dearie me. But rolling. I was looking at the tablet wistfully, thinking about that other show, not the Dallas one, the one that I can't think of. It'll come to me in a minute. Oh, thank you, Keith Cornell. Just seen that. And anybody else that's helped me out? Dynasty. Not a Scooby-Doo about that, but I do know Joan Collins was in it. Right. Tempo continues. Logan Air, That's obviously not Loganair, you can see there. It's the EasyJet that wasn't transponding earlier. Loganair with their J145. Still not transponding, so let's go low tech, old school. Let's just see what's listed for the 8th aircraft departure. Happy days. D for departure. Peter Muller, good afternoon to you. Welcome to Newcastle. Right, Aberdeen. So, as we were saying on Friday, Loganair have confirmed they're going to discontinue this service in May. Can't pretend I can remember exactly when in May, but in May it is. So, at least for a time, we are going to lack that as a regular site. Parked up behind that is an EasyJet baby bus, A319, off to Belfast. Good afternoon, Brian Pounder. Seen your entry into the show. Hope all is good. Tabbing Khan, yes mate, I think this is my favourite for live streaming from. There's a couple of other places I quite like, which are hard to describe, which are more for side-on views. If you trying to think how to best describe, I'm probably going to fail, so I won't. But from a live streaming point of view, yeah, you can't beat down the barrel of the runway here. It's the best perspective available. So, checking out some of that emoji action for Jet 2. Now W, Dopey Corp, Robert Smith, Peggers, anybody else for anybody else? And with the one that's in the starter's block at the minute, Dopey Corp has, oh flaps, plane's moving. Is it moving? Yeah, it is moving. And it was on screen when the wheels went up before you start Dopey Corp. Ooh, puff a suck come out the back there. All at sea then. So next to go, there you go. Trevor Russell, thanks for confirming on the date that Loganair cease their Aberdeen service. It's going to be a right shame that, isn't it? And Lloyd Bell similarly, spot on both of you, thank you. Right. Well, Jeff Smith, good afternoon to you first and foremost, and you're the best crowd on the internet, on YouTube. It was easy to decide to come down here and do a pop-up stream. In some ways it was a no-brainer, as in like, if you can't get a decent streaming window and the weather's rubbish and the rest of the kit, what if you get there and you've wasted time, petrol and all the rest of it? But I like hanging out with you all. It's as simple as that. So yeah, you're all great, and I genuinely mean that. Okay, Belfast, the destination of the plane you are looking at. So Belfast gets a hell of a good service from Newcastle, I reckon. You know, between Aer Lingus and EasyJet. Not too shabby. So I'm just having a quick look around the front side of the terminal. Plenty of aircraft still, I think. British Airways still to go. Some more Jet 2s. Chewy. I know we're seeing Aer Lingus later. Lufthansa, well, through their proxy CityJet. And KLM as well, and I think it all runs to script. Planes seem to come quite late at Schiphol these days, but we have a KLM arrival at show close, so I'm hoping we close with that plane at 5:30. If the RAF fancy send anything by, I'd be delighted, but I don't think it's going to go that way. No W. I'm not so sure about the best almost telescopes. That could well be true. Oh, the terror of telescopes. We're rolling. I should imagine by the time the show finishes, we'd have dried the spray up on the runway. Pretty short journey for all involved there, half an hour thereabouts. So let's just rest us up nice and steady. I can see somebody down the far end of the runway. That's somebody being a Jet 2 off to Larnaca with this sunny side up Allegiant lookalike livery, 11 years of age. That is going to be a next departure. In fact, let's just pick it up. Otherwise, I'm that chilled out, I'll forget about it. But until it overflies me. Just curious about the cloud ceiling. I'm just jumping into Meta. 1800 feet it said. Got a little bit lower than that. Let's just give you a quick sense if you can get any sense of depth or relative height. See, Meta thinks at the minute light rain. It's might be doing that over the far side. At the minute we're all good. Good afternoon, Tony Rivers. Hope you're keeping well. And Nathan Richardson. Hello, my friend. Ian Nicholson is off to Larnaca next Sunday at 13:10. Can't rule out the fact we might catch you, Ian. I don't know. Plans haven't rolled that far forward yet. Have a cracking time whichever way it goes. Get shut of some of this rubbish weather. So, quick look, see what we've got. So there's good old BA. But let's just hold on then for a second to see what time they go out. Out of curiosity. Interesting question, Scottish content creators. I'll have to have a proper look next time we are on the plane. It's difficult when you're watching it through the viewfinder, as you know. You're looking at a couple of inches by an inch square, and you're not watching it live, so to speak. I think the wind is doing a bit more here. There's no question about that. I think there was general chit chat on the weather forecast about some gusts picking up to early 20s, but Jet 2 pushing back, and the rain has just started up. So there was me thinking about taking the bag off the camera just so the telescopic mic, the shotgun mic, can breathe more freely, give it a cleaner access to the sound. But then it's pretty much, it's almost written in the stars, isn't it? Expect the rain to turn up. So we are looking a 14 knot crosswind, which kind of squares with certainly some of the trimming that you see after rotation, and indeed a little bit of the first arrival. I did wonder. Headwind 1 knot. So there's more of a crosswind than I was expecting there. I just feel as well that the wind has moved around a little bit since I set up, because it's now coming at me increasingly from the side, which it would be if it was a crosswind. So plane you are looking at, I think, is Lanzarote bound. I can't see anything else in Jet 2 colours looking likely to move. The next departure after that should be Chewy's 737 MAX 8 off to Tenerife at 20 to 4. Les Donaldson is in the house. Good afternoon, Les. I'm Peppy Pitty. Hi to you both. Big wave from Mark at this end. Checking out that bird song. Alright, somebody's on finals, so let's get to it. Let's have a close look to see to what extent that crosswind is a thing. Inbound British Airways with a One World sticker on it. I was looking for I've got a picture of a BA, I think which it is, whether it's C19 or this is a 320, but definitely got one or both in One World trim. Got a little bit of crab on there, definitely. Yeah baby. Was not expecting that. Interesting. I always think when we're down at Newcastle, expect the unexpected. I've stood here expecting windy days in the past and not got a windy day, which is always a bit embarrassing when you've captioned the stream windy or gusty, and then what you get isn't enough to blow a crisp packet down the drive. Good afternoon, Michelle Johnson. How you doing, Michelle? We'll take a quick snap here, folks. It's probably a bit murksome. That's not the picture I wanted. I'll do one more. So you will have had a frozen frame for a minute. I'll pull in another one and then restrain myself. Hope all is good. Can't get the words out. Hope all is good, Alexandra Wood. One more pick, and that's the one. Tower in the background. Hello, Avi girl. I noticed, Marianne, you changed your tag last time you joined us. Very cool. LA Abigail. Hope you're doing well. So that Larnaca flight, no, it wasn't Larnaca, it was Tenerife, wasn't it? I'm getting confused. It's here Nicholson that's off to Larnaca. I think we've waved the Larnaca one off. It's Lanzarote that is currently working its way down the taxiway. Good afternoon, James Willard. How are you doing? Right, so I think our next departure after the Lanzarote one is possibly this one. Let's just see though. Can't see an awful lot around it. It's the only Chewy aircraft that I can actually see. Oh no, I can see a second one, so perhaps it isn't that one. LW with a hat trick of Chewies. A trio of Chewies. Right, that Jet 2 has just about made itself to the hairpin. Talking of hairpins, I hope Rab H has made it back in good order from Knock Hill. I know he was at the races today. Dry but extremely cold, I think, was the outlook for him. So good afternoon to anybody that has joined the stream and is not in the chat. As always, a gentle plea for likes. Likes make the world go round, and if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, we'd love to have you with us. But yeah, a like and a sub, those two things just go an awful long way, thank you. Show we got a pulse for YouTube. Scottish content creators, Fife has been dry so far today. Am I right in thinking that you've not done so bad in recent days north of the border? It was fantastic on Wednesday at Edinburgh. My favourite day's weather of the year, to be honest. Anywhere I've been. Oh, I lie, Madrid. I forgot about Madrid. How can I forget about Madrid? In the UK, let's caveat it. Well, I do declare. Let's go out a little bit long so I don't dazzle you. What do you reckon, folks? The sun is out. Carries on like this, I'll take the bag off the camera. Check me out, getting all cavalier. Good afternoon, Robert D. How are you doing, my friend? Keith Cornell says we've got an Aer Lingus ATR inbound. Roger that, Keith. I've just picked it up on flight radar. Just heading northwest of Cramlington, making for the North Sea coast. Although I don't suppose it will need the same kind of turning circle that its jet-engined friends have. Ooh, Nathan Richardson, sorry to see that. I was sick at the hotel. Eddie had one of those a few years ago. It's a lottery, isn't it, when you think about it? And it's not funny if you draw the losing ticket, so to speak. So I'm sorry to read that, mate. Did Chewy do anything to make it up for you? I don't know, some vouchers or something. Oh, well done, Michelle Johnson. Although, if you're hobbling on the way to the kitchen, don't be risking overbalancing with a like. It'll keep. Definitely. Alright, I'm just gonna rotate the camera a little bit. One World parked over here. Interesting. Not enough of a view for us there. So let's go back to our Chewy. Remind me that if it isn't this plane, they've got another one ready to go in a small number of minutes. ATR inbound, of course, just crossing the North Sea coast, inbound from Dublin, an ATR 72-600, 7 years of age. Departed Dublin 49 minutes ago. So it's just making a starboard turn to make landfall again, presumably around Seaton Sluice, thereabouts. Robert Smith, no worries, buddy. Where are you up to? Got shopping to do. Listen, mate, it's great to see you. Look forward to seeing you soon. That's all I want. Just got your photo, Keith. I can't put it in the chat though, or on the feed. I haven't got that technology. I'll have a look later though. So folks know what we're talking about. Keith is showing me a picture, or shared a picture, which if you're alright with it, Keith, I'll share on the Facebook page, credited to you, of a Convair that he flew on many years ago. I'll let you chat to that in the chats, Keith, but a bit of aviation history there. Good afternoon, Sarah Louise. How you doing? Hope you had a good weekend. So we've got a Ryanair 737 MAX from Malaga, 6 minutes out. Thank you, Alexandra Wood. Spot on. Giving myself an eye strain now, looking for that ATR. That'll be interesting. We've got a crosswind today, and let's just see how the ATR responds to it. They are pretty skittish on the breeze, even though they are immensely good at landing in windy conditions. So, as Robert D says, on finals. Yep, let's have a look. Alexander Wood. Got the tailfin alert, got the short finals, I'm set, ready to go, except I've not got the camera pointed in the right place. So Keith, I don't know if you're out of the room or not, or whether my message to you cut across your message, so yep, definitely seen it. The question was really whether you were okay with us putting it into the Facebook group. I know you're not a Facebooker, but it's definitely worth a good share, and it's difficult to share this kind of thing on YouTube. I think I might put it in the newsletter as well. April's newsletter for members will be coming out fairly soon as well, before the month end. Don't know, Jeff Smith, if that question's for Keith or somebody else. My first aircraft will have been with Thompson or Britannia 737. I was a late flyer, sort of circa 1986, somewhere around there. Just need something to grab hold of target wise, no, don't we? Where's that plane gone? There's it gone. Just get out of the clutches of the hedges. Right, so let's just see how windy it is for this ATR. Not bad, was it? I guess that'll park up where it usually does, pretty much in front of us, gate 4. When I say in front of us, I mean nice cleanish shot for the camera, not obscured by bushes and things like you can see at this exact moment. Good afternoon, Rab H. How goes it, pal? Hope you had a good time at Knock Hill. I was speculating about your fate earlier on, because the forecast looked decidedly chilly. Captain Rab is in the house. Seen that comment, I like that. Doug York, very good. Any chance to have a look at the chat? So, telescope close to being landed. Yes. I was hypnotised by those prop blades. So this is our inbound Ryanair Malaga flight. Max 8. Departed Malaga 2 hours 41 minutes ago. Welcome home, folks. Mind you, there's going to be an awful lot of happy people going in the opposite direction. Alexander Wood giving it a full flourish of Ryanair tailfin emojis, as is Rob H and LW and Duke Thorpe and Alexander Wood. Good thing I kept toggling. To be honest, Jeff Smith, I can't remember. I genuinely have no recollection. My first time abroad, not this first time in a plane. I must have been excited beyond belief. But now I would have no recollection. It'd be a complete punt, but I can almost imagine it being a 200. You know, when you spent years watching a plane as a small child and wishing you were on one, and then when the moment actually comes, it's immense, isn't it? It's just immense. I kind of tease Eddie about it, my lad, because he's flown loads. We took him on holiday a lot as a kid and blah blah blah. So he can't remember his first flight. Well, he can remember the first flight he can remember, but you know what I mean. He's a mile off remembering his first flight. He was probably about 18 months old. And I doubt the next time he went, when he was 3, that he would have remembered it. We'll have to ask him about that next time we've got him on co-commentary. So, keep looking for the sight of a Chewy on the move. Of course, the minute I stop looking for it is the moment it will appear. So let's just do a quick reckon of what should be happening next. Always good to know what's coming down the pipe. There was a couple of gaps expected during the course of the show. One was quite early, we've passed that one, and the next one was, I think, around 4 o'clock, but I stand to be corrected. Good afternoon, DB Bassman. How you doing, mate? Hope you've had a good day. Ooh, the sun has actually come out. Check that out. I know it sounds highly improbable, but it really has. I'm just going to have a quick look into my screen to see what should be happening next. Jet 2 are due to go to Gran Canaria, dead on 10-2. Not sure which aircraft that will be. I can see at least 2 in Jet 2 colours, possibly a third. Better stay vigilant and then after that there is the 10 past 4 Aer Lingus return to Dublin, and this, I say this, you can only see the tail fin now, can't you? But that's Ryanair Malaga arrival is on its way back out, so let's just see how quickly the ops team spin it round. British Airways due out 14:25, but it's more to do with, in my head, the Chewy that was due out at 20 to 4. Tenerife, it still says estimated at 15:40. Hell of an estimation when it's 15:49. Jeff Smith, just say goodbye to you now, mate. I'm not sure if you already exited. Sorry if I've missed. And thanks for your kind praise, my friend. Thank you. Remember, don't forget to drop the like. That gentle plea, folks. Anyone that's in the show that hasn't yet liked us, you don't have to like us, if you know what I mean, but I'm hoping you do. We'll try hard. And of course, whilst you're on air, it has particular resonance with the YouTube algorithm. Right, I'm just going to have a quick look to see what the arrivals picture is looking like. There you go, Jet 2 pushing back. Good old Jet 2. What Chewy are up to today, who knows? So, let's have a look. Inbound EasyJet from Bristol has made a truckload of time up and is due in, well, 16 minutes time. That's mega early. We'll take that though. I was just considering fleetingly taking the bag off the camera. Sun is out. I won't say the sky is blue, but there is a big, fat, threatening cloud directly behind me, and you know it's going to rain if I remove the protection. Yeah, Keith Cornell, I understand, and a lot of people don't like Facebook. But to be fair, I only started using Facebook when we set the group up for channel members, so I'm a very, very late convert. But Facebook, I don't know. It's like X and Twitter and all these other platforms. I think they've all got their charms and potential risks. I always think it's just a personal choice for folks. Like I say, I discovered Facebook in 2023. Now, I can remember working with people who were chatting on Facebook in the evenings back in 2007, 2008, somewhere around there. So I know I am a long way back from the cutting edge. You're right, Sarah Louise, it's a Marmite thing, isn't it? I think social media is, in large measure, a Marmite experience, isn't it? You know, it's a bit like, if I watch anything video-wise, I'm a YouTube person, not just because I stream on there, but before I started streaming. Whereas other people like TikTok and these other things. Twitch, I don't even know what Twitch is. Les has never had Facebook. Well, that would have been me saying that too, mate. This time last year. Shame Eddie's not on co-commentary really, because he'd be absolutely ripping me up in front of you. No, Sarah Louise, I've never been on TikTok either. And it's not because I'm somehow convinced that the Chinese are going to hoover up all my information. I don't know, there's just not enough hours in the day, is there? Choose carefully, that's what I reckon. So it's exactly that point you made about Marmite. Except, I love Marmite, I just recognise it. It ain't for everybody. So, plane you were looking at, off to Gran Canaria. no, Dopey Corp is a Twitch geek. You're going to have to explain Twitch to me another day, Dopey Corp, just in case I'm cutting my nose off to spite my face. Oh, WhatsApp, that's another one that I've only discovered probably. Oh, the helicopter coming out. There we go. And right on cue, the rain has returned. Oh, not exactly rushing off anywhere. I reckon maintenance flight. I don't think it would qualify as a rapid response at the minute. Oh, he's going for it now. Well done. So, what is next inbound, did we say? I think we said EasyJet, didn't we, was running ahead inbound from Bristol. Good afternoon, Jonathan McD. Hope you're doing well, mate. Oh, so Louise, more confusion, discord. I just thought that was a different word for disharmony. You tell me there's a platform now called Disharmony too. It's the plurality of modern social media. Abby Garvey uses Instagram more than Facebook. It's another platform. I did try and join Insta, but they thought I was a robot or something, and then I appealed it. They sent me something to say I could appeal it, send a photograph of yourself and some other information, and they'll respond to me in however many days, and they never got back to me. And I kind of concluded that life is just too short. If you don't want me, I'll stay where I'm wanted. Robot. You wouldn't design me, would you? Oh, excellent. Thank you, Alexandra Wood. 737 MAX 8 for Tenerife is now transponding away cheerfully and is pushed back and turned, so it's not the plane you can see in the back of the shot that's sitting on the remote stand. It's one sitting the other side of the terminal. We'll pick it up in a minute once it reveals itself. So something, where are we time wise? Don't think this will get to go before the inbound EasyJet arrives, unless that has lost a bit of time since I last looked at it. Oh, flight radar's completely frozen on me. Refresh. What would we do without a refresh button? So let's have a look. Oh, so EasyJet's off to Antalya, crossing the coast. I think this might have a chance of getting out before the next plane in reappears. Can't believe it, Jonathan McD. You've got the sunshine. It is a bonus, isn't it? It's a rare gift. I'm really counting on next Friday, when we return to Edinburgh, being as sunny as it was last Wednesday. It's raised my expectations. Whereas here, even with the bag on the camera and the shotgun mic, you can probably hear the wind picking up. Bit of a crosswind on the go at the minute. So currently playing with a 4 knot headwind and a 14 knot crosswind. Cloud ceiling at 2,000 feet, so that is lifting, which kind of is how it feels here. I think last time I checked Meta it was 1,800 feet, so good times are coming. Can't believe it, Robert D has introduced another one, Telegram, unless you mean the old style telegrams. If that's some kind of social media thing, oh man alive. Oop, let's give you that delayed chewy Tenerife departure. Slightly cleaner shot as it's closer. Good afternoon H, you're in France. Whereabouts in France? That sounds fantastic. And what have you got? Is it snowy, sunny? Go on, we're at your feet. It's a case of, for me, living vicariously. I apologise if you've already made that revelation further down. So Jonathan McD says still not warm, but yeah, the sun makes a difference, it really does. Let's get the pending departure. It's about to line up. Plane you are gazing on off to Gran Canaria. I was thinking, with H in France currently and Sarah Louise living in France, we've improved our French audience participation by 100%. Yay! Can't believe I've not got the ooh la la tail fin, not tail fin, emoji to hand. Yep, the sun is still out. Liking that a lot. Telegram is another social media site. Thanks, Robert D. I didn't think I knew much. Now I realise I know absolutely blow all. Don't worry, Stephen Marchant, they'll bring it back, mate, in good order. Stephen's private jet for the Tenerife connection. Good afternoon, Paul Turk. How you doing? I think when the cloud that is stuck over my head at the minute, I think we'll go for taking the camera bag off. Can't resist it. Our next arrival is just crossing the coast, somewhere near South Shields, I think. That'll be inbound from Bristol, having departed 40 minutes ago, an Airbus A320, all of 10 years of age. Welcome to the live stream, anyone that has joined and not yet in the chat. Oops, helicopter's back in. I thought there was something large inbound. Well, that was a quick raz and a daz, wasn't it? Still, case closed. Les says police searching for Orson. It would be nice to know with certainty where he has ended up. The main relief for me is he's not been let out onto the road. It's always a risk that someone doesn't close the gate properly. Caught me out slightly there. I thought it was going to go out a bit flatter. Looks like that Ryanair 737 might be going out a bit flatter, and a lot of people getting on there. Look at things. So EasyJet on short finals. I'll toss the camera there in a minute. So emoji action from Alexandra Wood with a trio of chewies. Good afternoon, Roger Knott. Welcome to Newcastle. Hammy poses a very topical question. What is for dinner, folks? You're having spicy grilled cheese chicken sandwich with chips. What about chips on a Sunday? Saying that, if you put that in front of me, I get stuck into it. Sounds just a job. Had my conventional Sunday dinner before I came out. Nice pile of mashed potato, some cabbage, Brussels, chicken. Happy days. Oops, keep an eye on that plane. It looks rather high at the minute. I'm just wondering if that's an optical illusion or not. Just gonna leave you on the runway for the minute. Right, up diddy up duck. Nice and routine, I say. K, I think we've got that CityJet arrival, well, scheduled in at 5:05, is it not? Looking forward to that. Thank you, Les Donaldson. 100 likes up. As I say, I've said before, since I've split the screen on the tablet to avoid myself getting chucked out the chart, for some reason it doesn't show the likes. So I really appreciate that. So thank you, everybody. That is great support. As always, likes go a long way. So I'm really grateful for people taking the time to like the show. Bit of an unscripted pop-up today, but great fun for it. Good afternoon, Sean Ray. Our lucky omen, Sean Ray. How you doing, mate? For those who wonder what I'm reminiscing about, Sean is a fellow YouTuber who was down at the airport with me on Friday with the hot information that we had an inbound A400M. Real bonus. Yeah, Sean, we are runway 25, although I harbour a sneaky suspicion that the crosswind was causing some serious crabbing action. They'd have switched it round and brought them in on 07. Don't know why I think that, but I do. Okay, Janine K, 15:29 the CityJet. That's okay. We're going to be on air till 5:30, and I think that puts the CityJet in a foot race with the inbound KLM, which is also in theory due at 5:30. And of course, if it's the CRJ 1000 EL, now we know what the EL stands for, it'll be even more enjoyable. Good afternoon, David. Welcome to Newcastle, Paul. Robert D says Aer Lingus pinging for departure. Yep, I reckon that is about to push back any minute now. To be fair, it's only in the next bay, so let's stay while the doors are clipped on. David was excited when the Gulfstream G550 landed earlier today. Was there a 450 originally due in this afternoon, or was I just dreaming these things? I love a bizjet, as regulars of the show will know. I do feel a bit bizjet light at the minute. I don't think, Sean Ray, we are going to look into any RAF action this evening. I am going to be wrapping it up pretty much on the nail at 5:30. give or take a tweak to make sure we get the Lufthansa and KLM arrivals. Aaron MD. Well, first of all, good afternoon to you, Aaron MD. I apologise I've missed you in the chat, and you very kindly gifted us, I see, 5 memberships for Plane Sailing Aviation. Don't know what to say, mate, but you know the way we celebrate on this channel, we get the virtual fireworks up. Apologise for the rustling, that's me just getting my pocketbook out. So, crikey, hands are so cold I can hardly hold the pen. Aaron, that is really kind of you, and on behalf of Eddie and myself, thank you. Everything straight on the channel, content, data, also content as in travel, data and equipment related, so your money goes to good work, mate. Here's your fireworks. Thank you so much. Oh, hang on a minute, I've not set the fireworks up. Hang on. Please indulge me. Here we go, Aaron, here's your fireworks. So that's a close shave. ATR pushing back. Not going to get much of that, so let's stay over here. And see who benefited from Aaron's very kind generosity. The Hatchet Man. Crikey, that's a dramatic moniker. Donna A380, Stuart McCracken, Steve Farrow, Russman, welcome aboard each and every one of you. I don't know if you're in the stream, but of course if you are, please do say thank you to your benefactor. Great support for your channel. Sean Ray, yeah, I'm all about the Falcons, but it's what's here. But yeah, if you say pure point of principle, it's Falcons. If only somebody that owned one would invite me to have a ride on one. Out of curiosity, question for the chat, has anybody actually flown in the BizJet? Or through their work been inside a BizJet? Just curious. Right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the bag off the camera. There's going to be a bit of rustling, but it's for the greater good. So I do apologise if you've got any bag across the lens. Going up along. There you go. For one bound you're free. It will be raining in about 10 minutes time, but I like those odds. So let's go to it. Sean Ray went on a global 6,000 2 weeks ago. Very cool. Where'd you go? Or was that work related? I'm envious, I can tell you that now. Robert D says Loganair Embraer from Exeter, due in 37 minutes. It's going to fall within our run time, so that's good. Thank you for that. Well, Sean, work related or not, it puts you well ahead of me. Awesome, mate, awesome. Interesting aircraft heading our way. It ain't coming this way, as in like putting its wheels on us. United States Army Priority Air Transport, flying Venice to Edinburgh. Due in Edinburgh just before 5 o'clock. It's probably going to overfly us, but there's a belt of blue cloud, or black cloud sky, developing behind me, but I can't see it getting to the right place quickly enough to give us a chance of a sky scrape. Who knows? Now here's our BizJet fix. We've got an inbound Gulfstream. Hell of a registration, isn't it, for Gulfstream? Due in 20. Golf Uniform Lima Foxtrot Mike. Due in 20. And I think that's the 450, isn't it? Off the top of my head. Right, ATR moving. Let's see. More planes transponding on the deck, I think. If I can get my flight radar opened enough. Turns out it's the Ryanair Malaga flight, which looks like will be fairly prompt out the door. Although I think, technically speaking, I still see a fuel truck. No, it's pushing back. It's not their fuel tank. Get your words out, Mark. So we've got, oops, I carried on panning and not looking at the viewfinder, looking at the chart, just checking out all that emoji action. I think I've got to concentrate on the task in hand. We'll pick that ATR up in a minute. Let's go for the easier shot. So lots of ATR and Aer Lingus emoji action. Alexander Wood, Rob H, David, Robert Smith. Oh, you're back with us, Robert. I thought you left. Glad you're here. James Willard. That's the tug off. So British Airways can't be far off pushing back either. Roger Nutt says it could be dry in the southeast tomorrow. It'd be nice if it were dry in the northeast. Definitely welcome a bit of that. So Louise, thinking of you, first day back at work tomorrow. Like you say, odds of sunshine always much shorter, aren't they? I'll stay with the Ryanair for the minute. ATR's not quite at the end of the taxi. That US Army priority transport aircraft must have gone dark on us since it crossed the North Sea. Oh, it's moving again. It's almost like it's treading water. Fancy that. It's exactly where I left it 10 minutes ago, just off the coast of the northeast, just above Sunderland. Oh. Should be a case of up and away, I think. H, I will indeed bring my sun cream. Will I need it? That's a different thing. Oh, hang on, 17 centigrade on Friday. Oh, so folks, we are streaming from Edinburgh on Friday. Can't wait. I'm looking forward to it anyway, but 17 degrees C, that's become the new 20, hasn't it? Right, the Ryanair hasn't gone anywhere. I tell you what, Hammy, your private jet collection, it's none too shabby, is it? EC10, Nimrod, TriStar, it's a massive aviation heritage there. You got any pictures you can share with us on Facebook, or is it all sort of restricted? David says US Beach King passing Newcastle, 26,000 feet. That's the US passenger transport thing, isn't it? I mentioned earlier. I have no chance of picking it up. Total cloud cover. The sunshine that was over the far side is still over the far side, so probably about 5 miles from the blue sky. So, final hour of the show already. Nice gentle canter through some easy-paced aviation action. Believe it or not, I can see very small flecks of drizzle so my decision to take the bag off could be considered both premature and rash. However, it's not making much fuss, so Jet 2 have pushed back and turned on the far side, that I can see. The Jet 2 that I'm looking at, which is in the classic look, if you will, the Jet2.com livery, you know, the one with the silver fuselage, cigar tube as I call it, off to Izmir, Turkey. All I can see is the top 2/3 of the tail fin at the minute, so I'll not put the camera on it just yet. Oh right, I'm sorry, I thought you were promising me 17 degrees at Edinburgh on Friday. I feel a bit shortchanged now. Can't see me getting my coat off at 14. Although I did take it off last time, didn't I? When I was up on the mound. Hang in there, Michelle Johnson. Hang in there. Though as always, might be the right moment for a pot of tea or something else to put a bit of energy in. Do I love a cup of tea? Keith Cornell, no worries buddy. Catch you all on Friday, Chigwell's finest. Over and out. Alright Hammy, before the, yeah, I get you, yeah. Isn't it funny how you get used to technology and then it kind of recalibrates your brain to imagine it's been around for much longer than it has? Right, this should be, in theory, a turn and burn. Track is clear, nothing on finals. Fairly genteel approach. No squealing rubber. Yeah, 14 is toasty. I suppose it is, isn't it? Relatively. When I came here this afternoon, 6 degrees it said on the dash, and to be fair, how cold my hands are, it's 6. It's not quite cold enough for gloves. Right, where's that Jet 2 gone? Oh, there it's gone. That's the one that's off to Izmir. It's boat cover and it's sprinting for its departure. Not quite KLM sprinting, but there's Donaldson. 14 is t-shirt weather. Not for me, it's not. You've seen what I turn up like. Thick lined Berghaus rain jacket, 2 fleeces underneath, a football shirt and Under Armour. Deary me. So our BizJet, 13 minutes out. Thank you, David. I am looking forward to that. Always like a BizJet in the show. Have a closer look at that in a minute, actually. And that is exactly the one that Alexandra's posted. Panavia Gulfstream from Luton. Excellent. So our inbound BizJet is just passing over Washington, not as in Washington, USA of course, but northeast England, just to the west of Sunderland. Gulfstream G450, so I didn't dream that, I did fear I dreamt it was coming today. I'd have a dream if I'd got that one right. 8 years of age, currently 4,500 feet up in the air. I have just seen a spectacular piece of generosity. Michelle Johnson, you are a rascal. Massive rascal. Unbelievable. God, we love you. But honestly, this was, you know, we kind of said, haven't we, for people who've spent with us during 2024, this one's a, you know, please don't spend any more. Tell you what, we need to get me back to the fireworks bit. Just let me just line that one up. Thank you, Michelle. And good afternoon. Oh no, it's not good afternoon, it's a membership recipient. We do the fireworks when this goes. I feel a catastrophe at my fingertips. I think this will be moving. Yeah, it's moving now, isn't it? Good stuff. Our Gulfstream inbound is 5 minutes away. 3 minutes on flight radar and me adding on a couple. Ooh. Returning Bristol EasyJet flight looks quite full. Assuming it's going Bristol, I'd almost be tempted to believe it was going somewhere hot and sunny. Michelle's fireworks, let's do that. Right, let's get on to reading some names out. Now, Roger Knott is in the show, so that's excellent. So welcome aboard, Roger. Lee Wickham, also drawing the winning ticket. Darren J, Adam Skylark, and Mandy Jeffrey. Welcome to you, one and all, from myself and on behalf of my son Eddie. Right, British Airways have pushed back with their One World liveried A320. So that's on the way out. We've got a Gulfstream on the way in. An EasyJet boarding rapidly. Been slightly tongue-in-cheek there. Looks like folks have been standing on the steps a little bit to me, but it's obviously a busy flight. I'm with you, Rab H. It's the sweetest of sweetest spots when the gifted memberships land in the chat. It's cute. It took me a long time to get my head around how it actually works, and it's always nice. It's a bit more immediate and connected, isn't it? The person who's given gets to receive the reaction of the person who's received, and hopefully we get to make new friends that we see again. Right, that BizJet is inbound. That is one thing we do know. Just crossed the coast at Sleat and Souse, so probably about 2 minutes out. 3 at a pinch. British Airways about to go. Oh, I know what I wanted to just double check where that EasyJet was going. I'm sure it goes back to Bristol, but for my own peace of mind. I've never seen so many people wanting to go Bristol, but I guess it's work as well, isn't it? Because for there you've got the BBC got a big place down at Bristol, GCHQ down at Cheltenham. It's going to be a lot of commuting action. Or people who live down there who just came up here for a nice long weekend. There's me rationalising why the plane looks full. Alexandra, I see the short finals emoji, and just on cue, it's like you've got a second camera really. I've got eyes on it. It's too far out for the camera, so I'll not task it yet. Thank you, Robert D, for confirming on that as well. Sarah Louise, you're a class bunch. Simple as that. Simple as that. Class mods on this channel and our core support and, you know, friends and all the rest of it. True class. Right, that plane's going to come in faster than I think, isn't it? I do have an Achilles heel for BizJet closing speed. They look like a small dot in the sky, because they are. And then all of a sudden they're nearly on the tarmac. I'm just going to rest us there for the tarmac, because at the minute the plane still looks like a rather like a buzzard. I don't think it looks any bigger than a buzzard. Some emoji action with the BizJet as well. Let's have a look. Alexandra Wood, David, Alexandra Wood again, Rob H. Excellent stuff. See, it's there. I'm not going to get. I might be able to get it quick. Yeah, I did actually. Surprised myself. Some of the Newcastle players treating themselves to a night out in London on the way back. Surely not. That's just me being playful as a Leicester City supporter. British Airways One World is now passing to my left. Yeah, I love those landing lights too, David. So Louise, yes, we are promoted without kicking a ball. Leeds lost, I think. Is that right? Yeah, Leeds lost their fixture, which kind of meant Leicester got promoted without doing anything immediate. They're on telly tomorrow night against Preston, so hopefully they can win that, because going up champions is really what they should be doing. As much as you want to get promoted, if we end up going up, runners up, it'll be a bit lame when we were sort of 17 points odd clear. But yeah, Premier League football. So there's our one worlder. I think I'll refrain from a cheeky fiver on Leicester winning the Premier League next season. I bet our Eddie has a fiver on it. Alexander Wood goes plane of the day for that Gulfstream, as does Rob H, as does Mark. It's definitely in pole position. Good afternoon, unsigned chat. Hope you're keeping well. David's also plane of the day on that Gulfstream too. Michelle, sorry, I got transfixed. I didn't take a screenshot, did I? Sorry about that. Sometimes I'm really switched into that, and other times I'm just in awe of what I'm looking at. Kind of get absorbed, if you will. The thing I love about plane spotting. Something fairly throaty is passing overhead. Let's see what that is. I can't get on it, I don't think. Lufthansa 321. Oh, I'm surprised. Overflying us on its way to Edinburgh. Sounds like it got a bit more pep. So this is shaping very much for a turn and burn. Alexander Wood confirming Logan Air, our next arrival inbound from Exeter in 11 minutes. So not long to wait. Robert Smith says, you're not up yet, you need to beat Coventry Tuesday night to guarantee promotion. Well, it's Preston on Monday night for us. Well, we looked at the wrong year's fixtures, have I? We're up, we're definitely up. Not champions yet, but we're definitely up. I did wonder about the odds of getting a ticket for the last home game of the season. I think you know the answer to that. So I set myself the alternative mission with our Eddie, perhaps go to the first home game of next season. I think the King Power will probably be sold out more than a bit, but August, you've always got a chance with people being on holiday. That's Donaldson. What is the connection between Falkirk and Leicester as a player? Come on, I am intrigued. 114 likes, says Michelle. Thank you so much, folks. And if anyone hasn't hit the like button, I know we're a small crowd today, but it goes a long way. And yeah, Robert confirms we win tomorrow, we're champions. It's on the TV, that's a good thing. Robert Smith, no, it's all Leicester City with me, mate. All Leicester City. Yeah, Ipswich have still got a bit more to do, have they not? Keep Leeds at bay. You're right, Rob H. It does seem like yesterday when Leicester won the Prem. I still pinch myself about that now because, well, I think we all know the way it is. It's not often a team outside the top 5 or 6 big brands, if you will, wins anything like that. Probably never happen again. Can always hope. I mean, I'm not an Aston Villa fan, and being a Midlands lad, normally I wouldn't even wish them well, if I could say it as tactfully as that. But I'm genuinely delighted they're holding down a Champions League place, because that's going to push one of the big fish out. I mean, no stream tomorrow, mate. No, Friday is next action from us. We're going to be Edinburgh. Why am I doing it on a Friday? Primarily, apart from the usual array of action, United are resuming their Chicago route, so we get the third of the what will be 4 United Airlines routes into Edinburgh. The remaining one being San Francisco, but no, it's Chicago added to us, or added to the airport for Friday. And I think Air Canada restart on the Thursday. My working assumption is it's a daily service, so hopefully we'll get that too. So no stream tomorrow, mate, definitely not. Well, there's the thing, you're right, Les Donaldson, it was Kasper Schmeichel. He's had a lot of clubs until he come to Leicester. But yeah, fancy that. What did you think of him? Did you imagine he'd go on to have the career that he did? Having a famous dad doesn't always correlate to a good career, does it? Robert D says KLM 737 from Amsterdam arriving in 6 minutes. In which case, that is early. That is... Surely that can't be the 5:30 arrival. I'm all for that. Oh no, it's a late runner. It was scheduled in at 20 to 5. So that KLM arrival is a 737-800, 5 years of age. David asks, is Newcastle getting a base 787 soon? I just don't know, David. I don't think I've seen it on the Facebook group. I don't think... I've not done any prep for today's show because it was far from clear that the weather conditions would let us stream. But usually I do a roundup of Newcastle airport related news. Didn't see that anywhere, but I hope that's true. Michelle, yes, the Canadians are very much coming to Edinburgh. The restart on Thursday, but I'm sure it's a daily service, in which case we'll see them on Friday. I wasn't in a position to stream Thursday anyway, so Friday kind of squared off quite nicely as the one to do. So Louise, yes, Kasper Schmeichel didn't do as well at Nice, and to be fair, Leicester kept him a season or two too long, in my opinion. I think he just naturally got to his... Well, we all have a peak point in our career. It's always easy to recognise it once you've retired, I suppose. Janine K, cheerfully noted, our CityJet arriving in 30 minutes, which makes it on time. That's a really attractive feature, isn't it? Punctuality with our airlines. Well done, CityJet. So let's have a look. Thanks, Alexander Wood. I am locked and loaded on that inbound Embraer, the Logan Air Embraer 145. Yeah, Les Donaldson, Big Peter. I think it was always a fixture down at Leicester City. They reckon he was always down the training ground as well. I don't know if that's true or not. Saying that, if Eddie was playing for Leicester City, I'd be watching all his games too. Right, let's get the inbound plane. So behind this we've got the KLM 737-800 from Amsterdam. So 2 arrivals pretty much on the spin, and a couple of departures imminent to Jet 2 to Bristol, and sorry, not Jet 2, EasyJet to Bristol, and the Jet 2 that I was looking at when I got that back to front off somewhere. KLM Dreamliner somewhere above me. Just trying to see if there's any cloud to find it in, but nope. Thank you, Robert D. The Jet 2 that I'm looking at is off to Mallorca. Just seeing if I could solicit a wave there. Normal service resumed. We got a Jet 2 wave on Friday, didn't we? Right, KLM is nearly upon us. Certainly the wind has settled down a bit. It was perking up early in the show, wasn't it? But feels relatively genteel now. Welcome to Newcastle. EasyJet just lining itself up as we speak. Very gingerly, has to be said. Which is pretty handy because riding in with the smiley dolphin with a bit of sunshine on it is definitely the way to go. Oh, crikey. I said they were going gingerly. Pedal to the metal. Jet 2 is not racing along, so let's just have a look at the scene around our recently arrived Loganair Embraer 145. We are J145. Let's have a look at some of that tail fin action as well in the chat. Emoji tail fins from Alexandra Wood for the KLM that came in. Rab H, Sarah Louise, James Willard. EasyJet departure, Rab H and Alexandra Wood. Robert D says another Loganair from Edinburgh arriving in 9 minutes. That's got to be a positioning flight, surely. Wouldn't think they've got an Edinburgh route. I've cheerfully missed it, but I'll be delighted with that news. Spot on. Bias there with a hat-trick of Loganair tail fins. It is stylish, isn't it? Oops, CityJet from Frankfurt. Oh no, it's still okay. It will be our finale plane, I reckon. We should have a Loganair in from Aberdeen at 4 minutes past 5, so 2 minutes from now. Thinking that must be the flight you're thinking of, David. Stand to be corrected. So here we go. We're into the last half hour of the show. We've got our CityJet arrival from Frankfurt. Was due in at 5:10, going to be in at 5:30. We will also have the inbound Loganair arrival from Aberdeen. I was sure there was it must be a KLM departure, I'm thinking. Oh, I know what it is. It's the KLM that we saw arrive was due to depart at 5:30. No likelihood of that, I guess. Came in a bit late, didn't it? So I think we'll finish with the CityJet. Enjoying all that sea of tartan as well. Political bias, Alexandra Wood, Les Donaldson, Michelle Johnson. Sea of tartan. Lovely. Right, second Loganair arrival in the last 15 minutes, 10 minutes possibly. So Jet 2 lining up as soon as this aircraft that you're watching at the minute vacates. It will be Jet 2's runway and off they go. So I can't keep that still for some reason. Right, I think the Mallorca departure is rolling, unless I'm much mistaken. I am mistaken, it ain't rolling. Well, will be in a minute. Yeah, Alexandra Ward. That was a pretty nifty taxi, wasn't it? Hanging about. All this sunshine is I don't know, a bit belated, but it really is nice. You're right, Robert Smith. I set Eddie that task, my lad who looks after emojis and stuff, about 6 months ago. We haven't quite cracked that case yet. So it looks fairly quiet at the minute. We might get a possible skyscraper though now with the... Oh no, hang on a minute. I'm looking over to my left and I see the sun, as you can kind of see it reflecting off the plane in front of you. Look the other side. I wonder if I can get enough camera on it just to show you. They don't look very nice. Now that will be the only fly in the ointment if that does. Although it's going away from us mostly. Oh, perhaps we'll be okay. I don't think it'll give you much mercy if it does start to rain. Just going into the emoji chat as well about the Jet 2. I mean, it is true there's a restriction always in terms of the amount of emojis you get is in some proportion to the amount of members you have. But we have done really well on memberships since we moved to a single tier of membership, particularly with the generosity of folks that have gifted. I think with some of the fussier ones, art-wise, it's sometimes hard to get a good representation. You don't get a particularly big tile to work with. I did look at buying them in actually when we did a couple of Heathrow streams back. There's a couple of people who do this sort of thing, but nah, it just didn't work out. Which was a shame. Company involved, which were actually Australian based, they got this real fixation about the copyright issue with it. So even though they were selling us the use of the emoji, they weren't prepared to sell us the use of the emoji, if that makes sense. In theory we could have bought it, but in reality, I don't go slightly off piste as I often do. Emojis always a work in progress. Janine K says our CityJet is 10 minutes out. Excellent. Well done Lufthansa for pulling a bit of time back. Alexandra Wood, thank you so much for being part of this afternoon. Big wave from Mark here at the airport and hope to catch you on Friday. But however you spend the week, hope it's a good one. Do take care. So our Lufthansa arrival is just about on top of Hartlepool at the minute, so going to be with us pretty soon. It isn't actually the EL iteration of the CRJ 1000. This is a bog standard CRJ 1000, so it's not the Eurolight option, which, if my approximation, thanks to our friend Britannia 079's information, comes in about £6,000 lighter than the regular CRJ 1000. Rob D says Turkish Airlines going over right now. Let's see if I can triangulate that out. Yes, baby, I can see it, and it's just gone into a cloud. Is it going to come out of a cloud? Let's have a look. Man, I could have got that if I'd seen your message slightly quicker. My fault entirely. Although the clouds are moving quite fast further up. That's probably the only shot of a skyscraper I could have pulled off today, and I blew it. Chance for a quick swallow of water while I get ready for our final plane of the show. So CityJet, a wet lease for Lufthansa, is going to provide that action. Not many minutes away now from Newcastle. Don't think there's anything else that would go. KLM was the possibility. It is scheduled to go out at 5:30, but having arrived fairly late, 20 minutes or so late, no way is that going back out at 5:30, so we'll close with the CityJet arrival. According to the display on Flight Radar, it's 10 degrees currently at Newcastle. I wouldn't like to put them in charge of my thermostat at home for the central heating. It's interesting, looking at the CityJet arrival, Flight Radar's got no age listed for it. NA it says. And I'm a silver member, so I normally get the ages, so clearly Flight Radar haven't got it. Who was that bloke with some step ladders? What's he doing? Ooh, I think we're going to get overflown by an Edelweiss. Sadly not the 340, it's the Zurich to Edinburgh connection. And there's a decent piece of blue sky opened up, so it'll probably get into that airspace around the time the CityJet arrives, but if there's a chance I'll catch it. No W, polishing indeed. Plane can't go till it's totally polished. You can't go until it's totally polished. Can you imagine? To be fair, it's the first time I've actually seen somebody working around the the engine on the Embraer 145. Kind of wondering what's drawn his interest, and is it just the starboard engine, or is it going to be both? 10 minutes to find out, although he'll probably be still on that one. Yeah, got the wax to put on, or wax to get off. I think he's still putting the wax on now. Oh, where's he gone? Needs some more turtle wax. Now I can guarantee you, Michelle Johnson, just for the avoidance of doubt and speculation, I don't wax my legs. Need to... Oh, he's back. I wonder how he's going to cover the top half of the engine. Or do we get the cherry pick around for that? Robert D says Scotia TB20 Trinidad might be heading for Newcastle. Oh, is that the one that's... Yes, I got you, roger that. G-Tyne registration, G-Tyne, Golf Tango Yankee November Echo, based here as well, so it's one we see quite regularly. I think you're right, looking at the direction of travel. CityJet onto finals, close to landing indeed, Janine. Got no visual on it yet, so I'm just going to leave you on this turtle wax experience on the Loganair. Kind of reminds me, it's one of my missions for the week, if the weather plays fair enough. Car needs a decent wash, and I was going to give it a wax as well, but you need the weather for it, and I just don't have the confidence in the weather. And he says lots of holds near EDI. Interesting. I do, Michelle. I do remember cutting the scratches out your car. Where's my CityJet? I just realised I'm too chilled out. The danger is I missed the finale plane. Well, it's looking better for the experience, isn't it? It's going to go out super shiny, or some of it is. I find myself drawn to what he's doing. I have visual on the CityJet. I think there's a KLM something have I got above me, or is it? No, I know what it is. It's the Edelweiss, isn't it? Does the cloud come back? More so than less so. I think the Edelweiss is a write-off with a cloud cover. What isn't is our CityJet inbound. So he departed Frankfurt only 1 hour 17 minutes ago. It's not bad flight time, is it? So there she is, final plane of the show. I love watching them drop the steps on these things. It's pretty cool. Of course, Janine's flown on one, haven't you, Janine? I'm guessing it was a CRJ 1000. That was a stream I couldn't do when you flew in on one, wasn't it? And I got a headache. Lloyd Bell, I've just seen your message. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Mind you, to be fair, I wouldn't normally be streaming at this time of day anyway on a Sunday, but yeah, interesting. Several emergency vehicles around it. You tempted to go down there? I guess your arms fan jack's in that option, isn't it? Janine says yes, she has flown one of these. I may yet use Lufthansa for the Frankfurt trip for our live stream. At the minute I'm just working through 2 or 3 different route configuration options. Probably going to book it tomorrow, to be fair, and kind of pretty excited about using Lufty for at least one of the legs. I've never flown with them before, and I've never flown on a CRJ 1000 either, so let's wait for them to pop the door. Look in the chat. Dopey Gorp, thank you so much, my friend, for your help and support modding the show. Great time being in your company, pal. Come on, pop the door. Pop the door. Here we go, finale moment. So I'll go to camera in a minute just to say bye, but do love it when they pop those doors. Right. Pivot round. Ooh, look a bit big-headed there, don't I? Oops, even more so. That's more like it. Well, thank you everybody for supporting the pop-up stream this afternoon. Seemed a fun thing to do, and it's kind of played out that way, so thanks for being part of that. Weather dealt us a fair hand, didn't it? It wasn't promising at the beginning, but we finished under sunshine. Massive shout out to our superstar moderator team, Mel W, Alexandra Wood, Dopey Gore, Les Donaldson. Thank you each and every one of you for your part in proceedings, but everybody that's watching, thank you so much for that support. Major shout out for Aaron MD and Michelle Johnson, who both very kindly gifted 5 memberships to the channel each. Absolutely fantastic. I don't know what to say really. Genuinely humbled. Next action from us is going to be Edinburgh on Friday. Probably going to be a 9 o'clock start, but watch out for the thumbnail. That should go out tomorrow, and I hope as many of you as possible will be able to join us live. Probably going to go something in the region of 9 through to about 2 o'clock, 1:30, something in that region. Let me just jump into the chat, check that I have not missed anything pointed to me. For some reason I think my chat has frozen. So without further ado, take care, have a great week. Sorry I can't get in the chat at all at the minute, it's just solid. Hope that doesn't mean I'm actually dropped the connection. No, I'm still live, I just my chat solid. Have a great week, take care, see you on Friday. Bye now.